welcome parents and students to the 2020-21 Covenant school year. We're excited that you're going to be on campus together. We're going to be here, kick school off next Wednesday. We want you to remember that the mission of Covenant Christian School is to graduate students who are prepared to understand their world, to communicate with their world, and to influence their world for Jesus Christ through servant leadership. As we step into the year, we encourage all of you to remember that this year we have an extra priority that we are working on, and that means to be a healthy and safe place, healthier than before, safer than before because of the COVID virus. So when you come on campus, we do ask that you be masked and you have your temperature checked. We'll be doing that every day. A little bit later, Coach Ray will talk more about that and how we will do that process. So, just to keep going, I want to introduce you to Neil Davis, who is the president of our FTP Family Teacher Partnership. And Neil, take it away.
Hello. I would like to welcome everyone back to Covenant Christian for the 2020 school year. We look forward to having your students here on campus and really look forward to seeing how God is going to use this school to enhance your children's lives this year. Family Teacher Partnership was created to enhance the experience of the students and parents while here on campus. We engage in activities to better the campus, better the relationships with the parents and teachers, and just the overall experience of the students. So we look forward to you participating in the Family Teacher Partnership, and we can really use your help. So I would like to introduce Jeff Ray, our athletic director and middle school math teacher.
Thanks, Neil. Let's talk about carpool. Hopefully, I can set your mind at ease a little bit today about that first day showing up on campus and dropping your kid off. We all know that there are some new challenges that we face in this pandemic, and so I'm here to walk you through the procedures that we have for both bringing your child onto campus and then us returning the child to you at the end of the day. Hopefully the information that I give you in the next few minutes will relieve some of the stress that's associated with new procedures and that sort of thing. Before we get started, this would be a good time to pause the video and go get the information that was sent to you in your orientation packet. Specifically, what you'll need is the Together Again reopening plan and the carpool tag that you were sent, which includes the map for the pickup in the afternoon. So if you can take a second to go get that, I'll be right here. Now that you have the information from your orientation package, let's talk about morning carpool. Drop-off times are from 7:30 a.m. to 7:55 a.m. The earlier you can get here, the better, because with the new procedures, it will necessarily take a little more time to get kids out of the car and on their way to class. So if you can be here towards the front of that time window, then that's all the better for us and for you. As you come onto campus, you'll choose either the right lane or the left lane, depending on what the age of the children in your car are. If you have any kids that are 4th grade and up, you'll need to choose the right lane as you approach Building D and pull up alongside Building D. You can always look for the carpool staff that will be assisting you, and they will help you and direct you into the appropriate lane. Please stay out of the middle lane as you come onto campus, and make sure you're either right or left. If you have only children that are kindergarten through 3rd grade, get into the left lane. Again, stopping at the carpool staff and following their directions. If you have both children in K through 3 or 4th and up, you will still be in the right lane, and as you drop off your child in front of Building D, you will continue in the right lane on around in front of Building A and B at the breezeway, and drop off your younger children at those screening stations. If you have children that are age kindergarten through third grade, as you make the turn in front of the gym, you will get into the right lane following the instructions of our carpool staff and pull up alongside of one of the screening stations in front of building A and B near the breezeway. Let's talk about the screening stations. So before you leave in the morning to come to school, we ask that you please review the screening questions that we've posted and sent to you in your orientation package to confirm that your child is not exhibiting any of the symptoms that are associated with COVID-19. We also ask that you go ahead and take their check their temperature before you leave, just to make sure that their temperature measures below 100.4 degrees Fahrenheit. As you approach the drop-off stations for screening, your child will exit the car one at a time with their masks on. The carpool staff attending the station will scan your child's temperature to confirm that it is within the accepted range and direct them to the hand sanitizing station next to them. After they sanitize their hands, they will be escorted to their classroom if they're third grade or below. If they're getting dropped off in front of Building D at the screening stations, they will walk directly to their class in Building D. If you're a K-3 parent, you'll choose the left lane as you come onto campus. But instead of proceeding in front of Building D, you'll turn left as soon as you pass the library and go in front of the church office and park in front of the K-3 room. There your child will be scanned in and their hands will be sanitized as with any other drop-off station, but you will not have to go through the other carpool line if you have only K-3 students. We have arranged our afternoon pickup times into 3 waves depending on the age of the children you are picking up. The first wave is from 2:45 to 3 o'clock, and it is to pick up only kids from grades kindergarten through third grade with no older siblings. If you're in wave 1, you will continue around close to Building D in the right and middle lanes only, and continue around in front of the gym to the breezeway to the pickup stations. Second wave begins at 3 and lasts until 3:10, and it is for children that are grades 4 and 5 and their younger siblings. Pickup for this age group will be in front of Building D and Building A and B. If you are a 2-stop pickup, which means you have a child in 4th or 5th grade, as well as a K through 3rd grade pickup, then you will need to stay in the far right lane, all the way around from Building D to the breezeway. If you are a 1-stop pickup, meaning you have only a child in 4th or 5th grade, you will need to be in the middle lane as you approach the pickup stations in front of Building D. If you are part of Wave 1 but were unable to make your earlier time, then you will need to get in the left lane for late pickups. As you're directed by the carpool staff, the 2-stop pickups will stay in the right lane all the way until they get to the pickup station in front of Building A and B. If you are a 1-stop pickup, meaning you've already picked up your child in front of Building D, as your lane is released, you will merge into the left lane as you go in front of the gym and exit campus in the left lane. If you are a late pickup for K through 3rd grade children, you will merge, when your lane is released, you will merge from the left lane to the middle lane so that you can stop at a pickup station in front of Building A and B. Wave 3 pickup begins at 3:10 and lasts until 3:20. Wave 3 is for junior high children and all of their younger siblings. Again, similar to Wave 2, we have divided the lanes based on whether it is a one-stop or a two-stop pickup. If it's a two-stop pickup, meaning you have a child in 4th grade or above that needs to be picked up in front of building D, and a child that's K through 3rd grade that needs to be picked up in front of building A and B, then you'll need to be in the far right lane as you approach building D pickup stations. If you're a one-stop pickup, meaning you only have a pickup in front of building D that's 4th grade or above, then you'll need to be in the middle lane as you approach the stations at building D. If you're a late pickup, meaning you needed to be in Wave 1 or Wave 2 but were unable to make that time slot, then you'll need to be in the left lane and await instruction from our carpool staff. As the carpool staff releases each lane for exit or the second pickup, the two-stop pickup traffic will stay in the right lane as they move from building D to building A and B pickup stations. The middle lane, who was one stop, will now change to the left lane to exit campus, and the late pickups that were in the left lane in front of building D will change to the middle lane to pick up their younger child in front of building A and B. All of this information is included in greater detail in your Together Again reopening plan. The key point for afternoon pickup especially is to please watch for and follow the instructions from the carpool staff that will be stationed all along the way. It doesn't have to be a complicated procedure, but the first few days will have to necessarily take longer as we all get used to it. Our goal is to deliver your children back to you in a safe and efficient manner. Now I'd like to introduce Dr. Tim Howard to talk to you about some of the technology that's happening on campus this year.
Thanks, Coach Ray. Thanks for all the hard work that you put into Carline. It's going to make a big difference. I'm excited to announce some technology changes that we've had here on campus, starting with Google for Education. Google for Education is a suite of apps that's going to allow our teachers to engage our students in a brand new way. And it's really going to benefit how we do education here moving forward into the future, not just this year. In your packet, in your orientation packet, parents, you received a letter from me describing what this is and how it works and how we put some safeguards in place for your student. What we need for you to do is to log into your student's account before August the 19th. Just follow the instructions, log in, and that'll be it. Not every classroom is going to take advantage of Google for Education right away, but they need to be ready for when their teacher does. We are also having some new equipment brought into the classes to help us aid teaching students who are doing the hybrid courses, remote learning, if you will. There'll be iPads with some stands and some cables running through the classroom. The teacher's going to have a headset on. They're going to communicate to your student just like they were if they were in the classroom. So all those who are remotely learning, you're going to have a very similar experience as your friends will have in the classroom. We're excited about this. We also have a way, if the teacher gets sick and they're well enough, that they can be at home, teach from home, and the students can see them up on the big screen. And I know with technology, sometimes it can be challenging, but I'm here to help. All you need to do is call the office. They'll get in touch with me and I will call you back as soon as I can. You can come and sit down in my classroom. We can walk through anything that you may need in order to make this happen for your students if they're stuck at home. Again, we're excited about these changes. We want to make this technology work for us and not us work for it. So with that, I'm going to give it back to Mr. Curry, and he has some final thoughts.
Thank you, Tim. And now, parents, I would like to say to you, thank you for your patience with us as we have had to delay school for 1 week. We trust that that's not going to happen again, and we're ready to get going into our 2021 year beginning next Wednesday, August 19th. In the meantime, be sure to watch the video that the teachers have made for each class that your student is in. And the teachers have, in addition, provided drop-off time so you can bring the supplies in and your child can meet the teacher. And then also, there will be a Q&A time on Monday night or Tuesday night that you can Zoom in and ask questions, get your questions answered before school starts on Wednesday. So we're trying to make this as much of an effective orientation as we can. And so we really look forward to seeing you on Wednesday. I'd like to just read a quick scripture to you as I close. Psalm 90, as we close out this session. Let us, your servants, see your work. And that's really a prayer for us as teachers, that God would guide us and help us. And let our children see your goodness and your glory. May the Lord help us and help your children when they're on campus. And then may the Lord, our God, show us his approval and make our efforts successful. Yes, O Lord, make our efforts successful. We'll see you on Wednesday.